If you want to get wild with gold, you've come to the right place. Let's talk about the extremes of gold and about your regret or lack thereof as we explore. I don't think anybody can go wrong buying gold, save for a very few exceptions. We're going to be talking about those in this video as we discuss the mega extremes of buying gold. And you can see those extremes on your screen right here. And they range from the very, very small to the fairly large. I don't have extremely large examples here. That would be kilo-sized bars for most individuals. I don't know of any private individual that owns a size larger than a 1 kilogram. However, there are probably some 50-ounce bars out there, and maybe a few. If you know of anybody that owns a 100-ounce bar of gold, well, let me know. I'm very curious because I've only heard of people owning kilo-sized bars. Those are the kind that you can buy from most bullion dealers on the biggest size. So to represent that, I've got a tenth of that, a 100-gram bar. I know right now I could not afford to buy one of those. So I've got three 100-gram size bars here. But nonetheless, that is about as big as most of us would feel comfortable holding. And even that would be extreme these days. Anything larger than an ounce, I think, is kind of extreme. However, when you think about owning pieces like that, you're not really saving a whole lot of money when you make that purchase. So, nonetheless, the cost and the compactness of the value is something that is quite impressive for sure. But it is something that to be able to accumulate gold in that way, well, you're saving a little bit of space, but nonetheless, there's a lot of value packed in a 1-ounce piece these days. And that is considered probably the highest end that some might even still consider extreme, considering where gold prices are now, even with the recent pullback we've been seeing. So to buy an ounce of gold plus is essentially somewhat of an extreme measure. One can make the case these days for most people in their budget. I'm buying much less now considering the price has gone up. But notwithstanding, how extreme can it be? Well, if the price continues to climb up, exceeding inflation, well, then it becomes a part of a liquidity issue. How easy is it going to be to sell something that could be $3,000 plus? And that's based off of spot price, what you may get for it. Who's going to have that kind of cash to be able to buy it from you? Which is why a lot of people are considering fractional these days. And I think likely the middle ground for gold buyers might be half ounce or below. Yea, though the half ounce size is not really all that popular. Usually people go for a quarter ounce or 10 ounce. This might be the middle of the road for gold stacking right now. These I just got from layaway from my local coin shop. And I purchased these when price was higher, so I kind of lost out making these purchases. These are 2025 quarter-ounce gold eagle and a 10th-ounce gold eagle. So it's somewhat of a mistake. Do I regret that purchase? In some ways, yes, I do, because I was kind of hurt, bought it kind of at the top. Well, at least at the time, it was the top of the market since the pullback. But you have to live with your regrets. You have to live with that. And that is what we're going to be noticing. There are times when the prices are going to not move in your favor in terms of the price you pay for it and the price it's worth after you collect on that order. And that is something that has been in the case for stackers for so long. Dollar cost averaging is kind of what solves that problem, because it means that in the end, you are going to essentially save and you're going to preserve your wealth over the long course of time. That's what it's about, folks. Now, the other end of the spectrum is the ultra tiny. You know, you can get little tiny coins like this. This one here happens to be a 1/2 gram kangaroo, a very nice little coin, but very, very tiny with an extremely high premium as a coin. This thing has a $2 denomination, so it's very, very tiny. But most people, when they think of a small, under a 10th ounce, well, they're thinking of grams. Grams are the most popular. So you get a 1 gram bar. You pay a very high premium, but with the price of gold being so high, that premium kind of shrinks down a little bit. And that has been the case as the price has increased. But there's not all grams are created equal, by the way, in terms of being recognized or being visible and tiny. This is a 1 gram bar, and from Pamp Suisse, very nice. And this is also a 1 gram bar. Notice the difference. Look at the size differential on those. Stay tuned. Later in the video, I'm going to show you an even more impressive gram bar that I think will blow you away because it is much different than these two. Same company, different size. Same weight, different thickness. And it's almost hardly noticeable there in the difference, but it's remarkable how different, how dense gold is and how it can be shaped and stretched out. Nonetheless, that is what we're looking at. Now, the one thing I discourage people from doing is stacking these. This is a 1/1000th of a troy ounce piece of gold in an RM note. This is a Goldback meant as transactional currency, essentially recognized by some states as legal tender because of its metallic content, in other words, gold. But anybody can use and exchange these, but these are not for stacking. They should not be used to stack. These are used for transactions only. Even the people that make these discourage you from actually stacking these unless you can actually spend them. They are for collecting, and that's about it. But the premium is so high to the neighborhoods of 3,000 to 4,000%. It's crazy. But nonetheless, what makes these things special is the exchange rate that they list on their website for Goldback. And if the business will honor that exchange rate, well, these are good for transactions and for collecting, but that's it. The gold content, the premiums you pay for it, you're not going to get it back. So that is the ultimate extreme that I discourage people from doing. In fact, I would not encourage people to stack gram bars either, except for we've seen more and more lately that the premiums have become more attractive on these. Now, they have changed a little bit, and so we may see them increase again as prices come back down. But I think it's a good option, and I took that option. In fact, that's exactly what I did, and I did another, I guess what I would say, in one purchase, essentially, I did two extremes. I'm going to show you what I got here from channel sponsor Summit Metals. That's right, Summit Metals, and they have their own little flips here, which is pretty nice. I bought a 1 gram bar and a new 2025 Buffalo. We're gonna take these and put them in different packaging here in just a moment. But got a good deal on these from Summit Metals. I did not get a discount. It was their price, their normal price, and they don't do tiered pricing, by the way. They just have one price for all. So if you buy one, you're going to get the same price as you were to buy 20 of these. So let's take it out of here and take a look at these and put them in different packaging. But the premiums were still attractive on the 1 gram piece here. And we're going to look at that first. And I'm going to show you. Very nice that they taped that, though, by the way, too, to protect and put the coin from falling out. Let's see what we've got here. 1 gram of gold. And you'll notice this is Scottsdale Mint. And they produced these. Still very tiny. But look at that. It's much wider, much larger in terms of surface area. Well, it's about the same as that. Maybe a little bit larger, though. But it's very shiny, very nice. I think it's a little bit wider. But it does give you this sense that you've got something more of substance. Certainly is larger than this piece here. And that just goes to show you the difference in way to package these. Or present these, rather. Packaging is important. In fact, I would not feel comfortable having this out like that. It's very easy to lose. You can see it is thin, but not too thin. Very, very nice. So Summit Metals, is in a unique situation, has their own little wallets here. And I'm going to add my third bar to this wallet here. And this is something you could carry around with you for transactions if you needed. So I'm going to place that right in there. Very nice. This was a Very cool. This was the invention of Jose over at Summit Metals. Came up with this idea of a wallet. And this holds 12 of these gram bars. And I know it's not an even number or a number that would align, but nonetheless, it's about compactness and being able to see and be able to carry around with you. It doesn't matter if there's just 12 there, but I think it's a great way in order to be able to present and also to store your gram bars and not risk losing them. This is a metal wallet, and they sell those over at summitmetals.com, so check them out. If you want to get one of those too, it's going to take me a little while. We're going to fill that up, largely because I also made a 1 ounce purchase too, and another considered extreme for this. And I did pay a little higher because the spot price was higher at the time too. So I'm not batting very well either on this, but I'm going to put it in new packaging as well. Although that case, this flip is very nice. It's a larger flip and it has their logo on it. But this is a 2025, my first 2025 American Buffalo. Very, very nice. And they were very, very kind to handpick this one for me. And there it is. And we're going to add that to a capsule. Got a capsule for it here. And we're going to put it in the capsule here. And you're going to hear the sound. There we go. All right, we're going to put it in. Let's make it happen. Oh, yeah, there it is. 2025 Gold Buffalo, another ounce added to the stack. So there you have it. Thanks to Summit Metals for this. And I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all. What do you think about the extremes? What are you buying? Do you have any regrets on any gold purchases you've made? And if so, I want to encourage you that you are far ahead of most other people just by having gold. Those regrets will go away the longer you hold gold, even if you buy 1 gram bars and pay a much higher premium for them. Sooner or later, it's going to catch up. So do not lose heart. Do not lose hope. And gold certainly is a metal that is performing quite well in the long run. So I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch and encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.